Hello everybody, this is Elise, the CEO and founder at Elise Beauty Supply. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I am going to do a part 2 on our brand story. But before we get started, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel if you feel that this information is helpful to you, it is motivating for you, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell because that way YouTube will notify you when new material is available for viewing. Thank you for your subscription and thank you for hitting that notification bell. Before I get started, I'd like to do a recap and touch on the things that I discussed last week. So here it is. Okay, so we started out home-based. We also had the mobile delivery service. We actually opened on July 15th, 2015. Our home address was 214 G Street in the city of Antioch, California. And it was a very exciting experience to get those keys and also set up the store. So the setup of the store was done by myself, my daughter, Joe Torres Construction, and we also had a little bit of help from my eldest son, which was nice, but all the heavy work was done by others as far as, bringing in the equipment. Me and my daughter, we pretty much set up the products. We put the products on the shelves. We put the hair on the slab wall. So it was pretty simple because, like I mentioned, our main product was human hair extensions. It wasn't a whole bunch of hair. It was just a bunch of human hair extensions and lace fronts. Also, we had hair care products. So on our gondola, we had actually one gondola in the store at the time. That gondola was full of hair care products and accessories. Inside of our showcase, we had jewelry, and eventually we added in an etagere and we housed our purses on there, on the shelves. So it was pretty simple in the beginning. So in the beginning, we did not have a grand opening. And one of the reasons for that is at the time, the way I was feeling and thinking things through, I wanted to build a following first. I wanted to have customers who were more consistent and also have more of a visibility within that neighborhood. Thinking about it today, I don't think it would have made very much of a difference, but you know what? The actual grand opening was delayed. It was delayed until August 1st, 2016. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about my neighbor, Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken owned Aswell's Barbershop. He was so kind. Everybody in the neighborhood liked him very much. They spoke to him every day, passerbys as well as other local businesses. But I want to say on our very first day, we took a photo with him and his wife. Check it out. I find it very valuable that when you go into business, that you begin to start forming business to business relationships, because business is all about relationships. And so without relationships, you really don't have a business. So you want to build relationships with others and find ways that you may be able to collaborate. So to continue with the story, we actually set up the store. Everything was going great. We finished our first year above break-even point. And I was really excited about that because a lot of people said, hey, when you go into business in your first year, you're not going to make very much money. You may actually not even pass the break-even. And so I thought to myself, how is that? Is that like a set experience, or is that just specific to certain industries? Well, no, we did not take a loss our first year, and I'm really, really excited about that because we came in July, so of course December wasn't too far away. But when I look at our home-based operations and include that into the store operations, we actually made a profit. So a few months later, I ended up joining the Antioch Chamber of Commerce. And what I will say about that experience is that a lot of people affiliated with the city, they began to come by and introduce themselves. A lot of them were very friendly, and also always had a friend with them, whether it was a colleague or a personal friend. They always would stop by, make a purchase, and bring a friend along. So I had the opportunity to meet with councilwomen, councilmen, as well as the mayor. And so that was pretty exciting. Also, teachers and other businesses in the community supported our business, and I found that to be very, very helpful. I decided that pop-up shops were going to be the next big thing. I hadn't seen too many of them, but I heard someone talk about having a pop-up shop at the beauty supply, and I thought, what? I haven't heard of that before. So the woman who actually brought that idea to me, her name is Carla Bugs, and a lot of people in the Bay Area know her as the Bay Area Black Market. So she founded the Bay Area Black Market. Today, she is now in Las Vegas, Nevada. She has, I believe, West Coast. Let me see. I don't want to mess that name up. But anyway, what I want to say is she actually arranged for us to have a pop-up shop. And what that did was it allowed people to come to our business and get to know us. So we invited people that we knew. We invited the community. She gathered people from her network, and next thing you know, we had other businesses that we brought in on the deal as well. So it was more of like not just to highlight my business, but it was a business to business collaboration. So one of the businesses that I want to mention is Three Bling Queens. It is a business, a grandmother, mother, and daughter, and they actually create custom t-shirts. So they were one of our vendors at our event, and Damsel in Defense, Michelle Turner. So, and let me see, who else was there that evening? I'm trying to remember. There was at least 2 other businesses there that evening, especially the ones that I just mentioned. And I tell you what, that event was our very first, and it was our very best. Everybody came out. It was a full house. People came from Oakland, people came from Antioch, people came from Pittsburgh. I had family that came in from Berkeley. I mean, I was excited, and people were shopping and spending money, and it was really, really good. And I wanted to duplicate that experience over and over. So I said in my mind, hey, this is what Elise Beauty Supply is going to do. We are going to not only operate our business and promote ourselves, but we're going to promote others who are other small business owners like ourselves who have products that are complementary to ours. So Valentine's Day was the holiday that was soon approaching. So I decided, you know what? It's time for another event. So Valentine's Day pop-up shop featured 3 bling queens, damsel in defense. The representative was Michelle Turner, as well as Newell's New Outlook on Life Shades. So it was awesome to get our event advertised appropriately. We created flyers. We had flyers created by a let's see, it was a graphic designer on, I want to say, Fiverr. So Fiverr is a good source to find talented graphic artists. So on Fiverr, I had an artist create the flyer, and we had it printed and distributed to our customers as well as the neighborhood. I want to say too that as far as the businesses that were featured, we also had them to advertise as well, because the more we collaborate together and participate, the better outcome that we were to have. So that turned out really, really great. A lot of people came out to support. We also noticed that, you know, I guess through word of mouth, other people, they decided, hey, you know what? I want to come and be a part of your next pop-up shop. So we just kept the pop-up shops going, and I charged a small fee. It was $50 per vendor. So, and the nice part is that, look, everybody made money. So it wasn't like you paid $50 and then you didn't make any money. All the vendors made money, especially 3 bling queens. They always came out seeing like one of the best, because, you know, they had a whole bunch of different designs that they would create on the spot. She had the hot press and the t-shirts, and boy, Antioch Herald, yes, awesome lady, awesome business. And so I do want to say, I don't want to leave out anybody, but I just remembered it was also Cakes by the Pound. She also became another vendor that participated in our pop-up shops, and she created the most delicious cakes, cupcakes. Oh my gosh, she actually has a cafe now. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but what I'll do is I'll put the name of her cafe in the description below of this video. But I'll tell you, this lady can cook. So I had customers who would pre-order. So whenever they knew she was going to be a part of the pop-up shop, they would pre-order with her. So she would bring their desserts with her to the event. And so I thought that was pretty nice. You know, it's all about customer service, and she definitely knows how to serve it. So I noticed I got a little bit ahead of myself because I got excited talking about the early days. But Alan Payton, he owns the Antioch Herald. He actually came by the store not long after we opened, and he was so excited. He took pictures of me and my daughter. He actually interviewed the both of us, and he published our story in the Antioch Herald. And so I want to say that he was another partner that was instrumental in building up the brand and getting us noticed in the community throughout Antioch, Pittsburgh, and I want to say Brentwood as well. So another thing I want to share is my daughter, Ebony. She is a custom wig designer. This young woman can design a wig for you. She actually measures and she sews. And well, actually, I don't want to say sew, she stitches. So she hand stitched custom wigs, not just for me at the time, but also my customers. So here it is, Elise Beauty Supply added a service to the business, and that service that was added are custom made wigs, and her business is called Cocoa Wigs, but at that time it was Ebony Wigs. And like I said, she hand stitched wigs for our customers, so she had attracted her own fan base, and she would make wigs while standing in the window sometimes, and people would pass by, and then they come and open the door, and and they say, hey, can you make me a wig? And I'm talking women from all shades and colors. It was very exciting watching her, add value to the brand Elise Beauty Supply. I did mention earlier in part 1 that we had 2 sink bowls in the rear of the store, as well as a salon area. So we included hairstyling as a service at Elise Beauty Supply. So we had a stylist, and she would style hair, shampoo, wash, condition, flat iron, all of those services. We also had a stylist that would do hair weaving. So full weaves, half weave hairstyles. That was her craft. That was what she was great at. And so those services also were included. And later on, we also added another service. It was esthetician service. It was makeover Sundays. So women would have the opportunity to come into the store on Sunday between 12 and 4 and get a facial. So the facial was performed with Mary Kay products, because at the time that was what I was using on my skin, and it was just awesome. I loved the product and kept my skin very hydrated, balanced, and so that was the product that we used. So woohoo to Mary Kay. Facials, and so facial services, as well as hairstyling and custom made wigs. Awesome services to have in a beauty supply. It was unheard of for our area, and not very many people were doing it in 2016. As our business continued to grow, we expanded our product mix. So we brought in braiding hair. So we carried braiding hair, as well as hair care products and human hair extensions. So the braiding hair, purses, jewelry, human hair extensions, men's grooming products arrived. Yes, the barbers. So we targeted barbers as well. And not very many people were doing that. Even the local beauty supply in the area, they didn't have a lot of men's grooming products. So we were capturing business to business again from the community. We had Wayne's Barbershop. We had DJs, and then we had, oh goodness, Shears on 3rd. There were like, oh my gosh, 5 or 6 barbershops all within the 3rd Street, 4th Street, G Street perimeter. So we were serving up everybody. We were serving up the Suavecito, the Clubman, and let's see what other brands we had at the time. Oh my goodness, we had Clubman, we had Suavecito, we had the I hate to forget. Anyway, the most important part is we were serving men's grooming. We had the wave brushes, the wave sponges, the blades, the Dorcos. We also carried the straight razor. We also carried the shampoo for men's hair. We had the barber brushes. We had the neck brush. We had the capes. We had what people needed in order to keep their business going. Oh, and let's not forget the Marvin side, because you have to disinfect and keep everything clean. So yes. Exciting. So yes, our product mix expanded, and so did the income. So we just kept rocking on, having a good time. One thing I will say is we kept everything consistent. So whenever you received a product, you saw our logo on that product. So I purchased these round stickers. I printed my label onto the stickers, and that was on the product. So everything had our brand color. So we kept the color and the fonts, everything consistent on everything. And we collected customer information. So if you came in and you shop with Elise Beauty Supply, we got your name and your email and your phone number. And guess what? That became our subscription list. So yes, we were sending out emails We were sending out flyers. We were on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and we just kept our name in front of our customers and our target customers. And I think that is one of the best things that you could do for your business, is to continue to market to your target customer and keep them informed as of your new arrivals, services, and products. So as 2017 was approaching, there was a few unfortunate experiences on G Street that involved burglary and an increased presence of homelessness. That took a toll on our business. There were some experiences where customers didn't feel safe coming into the neighborhood, and a few times we arrived with trash at our door. Someone had tried to break in to the business. We had an incident where the window glass was cracked. Also, we had an incident where the Federal Credit Union that was directly across the street was robbed at gunpoint. I actually was helping a customer and I noticed movement across the street. There was a young man running down the street with a shotgun in his hand. He had just robbed a credit union, and I decided that that was my time to exit. So what I did was I slowly and kindly began to pack up. And there was one day I kind of figured, you know what? I don't want to leave. I don't want to be forced. You know, my annual contract was up, so I was at a month to month. So what I did was I decided, okay, this is going to be hard. I don't know what to do, but I've got to keep everything going. I said, you know what? How about I just sell everything through Facebook and eBay and Amazon? I could just sell the rest of my products there and just go online. So that was when I discovered the limitations of the Vistaprint website as far as what I needed for my company. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, you know, I was talking to a professional website developer, and that person said, hey, look, you know, Vistaprint's a great company. You know, they're known for all of their cards and graphic designs, templates, so on and so forth. They create great images, but websites are not their primary service. And so you're going to need something with a lot more functionality. And that's when I learned that my website was not only properly registered with Google at the time, but the website wasn't attracting traffic because it didn't have the ability based on the way it was constructed. So that's when I knew, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sell through Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and then I'm gonna learn how to create a website that develops traffic. So October 1st, 2017, I came into work at 5 a.m. with my daughter. We decided we were going to pack up everything. We packed up everything. Like I said, we had 850 square feet. We had furnishings, but we knew we can deal with that later. But as far as product, we got everything boxed up, packed up into totes and boxes, and we were able, before the end of the day, to remove all of those things out of the store. We later came back for the furnishings, and later someone helped themselves to the lettering on the outside of the building. Wow. But what I will say is that it was a swift change. I pretty much knew what I wanted to do going forward, but I tell you, it was one of the best changes that I could have made, because it gave me an opportunity to learn the online language. It gave me an opportunity to learn about search engine optimization and all of the elements. It taught me a whole lot. But I will say we transitioned from a storefront to online. Yes, we are online, baby. EliseBeautySupply.com. EliseBeautySupply.com features hair extensions, crochet hair, men's grooming, jewelry, makeup, hair accessories, and a lot more. So you know what? You'll have to go to our website and just go through the different collections and see what we all have to offer. But I tell you what, it is exciting when I hear cha-ching. I just love it. I just love to hear that sound, because you know what? I can be asleep, turning over in my sleep, and I hear cha-ching, and all I say is thank you. Thank you to my customers. Thank you to my customers in the United States. Thank you to my customers in Canada. Thank you to my customers in the UK. I'm just so thankful, because that one shift just blessed me to learn so much about search engine optimization, learning how to size my photos, naming my photos, and using keywords and keyword tools to help me decide on which ones to tag on my website, learning H1 tags, all of this wonderful knowledge that I obtained, that people will charge you thousands and thousands of dollars for. And let me tell you, I had been a victim of paying a company for to increase my website traffic, to just visibility. Maybe I wasn't using the correct keywords. Instead of using single keywords, using phrases, which I learned is much more better. So yes, I use this company, and I won't say their name, but I paid them $275 a month for 6 months, and I noticed that the traffic kind of hit a standstill. And I said to myself, what are you guys doing? What have you guys stopped doing? Because my traffic is slowed down, you know. And they gave me a bunch of excuses. They were taking my money, but they weren't working as hard as they had promised. So I fired them. And then I dug in a little bit deeper, and I started using other tools like SEObility and WooRank to assist me on figuring out what I can do to speed up the traffic, and little things I need to put on my website, such as a favicon. I didn't know what a favicon was. I mean, they didn't ever mention to me, you need a favicon. I mean, here I was. I scored points in search engine optimization scoring just by placing a favicon on my website. So with that said, I would like to say that is where we are today. Online, we are on Google, we're on Bing, we're on Yahoo, we're on Yelp. You can find our story anywhere on the internet, especially YouTube. I am very excited to continue to serve. My customer service may not be face-to-face, but in the way that I respond to my clients through email and text. Shopify has a text feature, Instagram messaging, Facebook messaging, and Shopify Ping. Yes, all of those are, and Google. Yes, you can contact me through Google search as well. So yes, I love it. So what I'd like to do next is I'd like to share with you a little bit about the features that I learned to help me boost my website traffic. My website traffic, I remember when it was a measly 10 a day. Okay, can you believe that? 10, like who does that? You can't eat off of 10. So here I was like, oh my gosh, 10. I went from 10 to hundreds. And that's all because of the techniques that I employ. And in another video, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to give you the names and the terms and what it means and the type of outcomes you can expect once you apply this to your own website if you have one. But as far as our brand story is concerned, Today, Elise Beauty Supply is an online business. We actually have a suite, and within our suite, we store our products. We ship our products from here. We don't offer walk-in services, so there's no in-store shopping. There's no curbside pickup. But we do offer local delivery for residents in Oakley, Antioch, Brentwood, Discovery Bay, Pittsburgh, and Bay Point areas. We actually provide local delivery as well as shipping. So we ship everywhere, and we use multiple couriers: United States Postal Service, UPS services, FedEx, DHL. So we ship worldwide. So you can be in Mexico, we'll ship to Mexico. If you're in Canada, we ship to Canada. So I just want you to understand, how we do that, and to know where we ship, how we ship, and we're still here, all by the grace of God and by our supporting customers, referrals, and such. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I really hope that you hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified when other videos are available, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.